Sean Fitzgerald is with Thomas. That is a American manufacturing brand growth industries on the. I'm reading this, and I'm completely butchering it. Tell me about Thomas. The best way to do this, Sean. Thomas, you guys do
Sure.
what, by the way?
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks. What do you? What does Thomas do? What do you guys do? Is my question.
Sure. Thomas is a 120-year-old company. We're a data and platform company. We have our platform at thomasnet.com. Has over 600,000 American suppliers. We have 800,000 registered users. Get about 2 million folks coming through every month. So those are engineers and procurement pros looking for new suppliers. So every 2 seconds, someone's sourcing a new supplier on our platform.
Got it. Makes sense. And today is National Manufacturing Day, and we wanted to get into, because there's a lot of talk right now about tariffs, about these trade deals the president is putting together. We're hearing from farmers who are struggling with this right now. We're hearing about buildings. There's a new jail being built in nearby Herkimer County, and the pricing on the metal has become a real problem because it's knocked the original estimate out of whack. So, while this might be hurting a little bit in right now, in the long run, what are you guys seeing?
Sure. So let's talk short-term, long-term. What we're seeing here is with the administration putting tariffs on steel and aluminum from other countries, mainly China, you're seeing an increase in price of about 35%. So unfortunately, what most suppliers are doing is they're taking this as an opportunity to increase their own prices as well. So everybody's prices are going up in raw materials. So what's happening is your tier 2, 3, and 4 suppliers are forced to call their customers and let them know, hey, we're absorbing a price increase, so we're going to be passing it on to you. The customers point to their contracts and say, hey, we contracted for a price, and then the other guys say, well, we're not going to send any parts, and then it becomes a staring contest for who needs the money or who needs the parts first. That's the short-term downside of this. All of that's really working itself out. Manufacturing is absolutely booming right now. I've been in the business for 21 years now, and this is as happy as I've seen folks in a really, really long time.
One of the things we see here is a shortage of workers. The inability of companies to hire people, especially in some of these high-skilled positions.
It's true. So manufacturing is really both a science and an art, and all the baby boomers there that have been through, specifically on the machining side for all those years, have collected a wealth of knowledge that they really need to hand on before they move out of the workforce. In the late 90s, we saw all of Gen X really turn towards knowledge work with the advent of the Internet, and that really exacerbated this problem. So according to Deloitte and the National Manufacturing Institute, we're looking at about a 2 million person job shortage between now and 2025. So you see a lot of folks turning to things like the Tooling and Manufacturing Associations have a lot of apprenticeship programs that they set up to help with the training. You're seeing a lot of STEM and technology in schools, and you're seeing folks turn to automation right now also.
I will tell you that when I started in radio, early 80s, the unemployment was high, and there was a big push on the radio for the minute a job came open, the radio station would be publicizing the job, and there were these agencies that were trying to put people into jobs because there were so many people out of work. I'm seeing that exact same thing happen right now, but it's different because there are so many job openings out there. They can't fill them.
It's true, and you hit on a really interesting point. About 8 years ago, I was at a New Jersey Tooling and Manufacturing Association meeting where a gentleman stood up that owned a business and said, hey, I'm so desperate for folks, I went down to the unemployment line and offered people apprenticeships, and he got turned down back then. So what's happening now is we just finished a survey and a study, and about 55% of Americans said that they would encourage someone to go into a job in manufacturing now. And we believe that's because you're starting to see the combination of all that technology with the Internet and Industry 4.0 coming together to make manufacturing fun and cool and sexy again, right? So it's not only dirty fingernail work, there's a lot of knowledge work that goes into it right now, too.
What do you think, quickly, what do you think on the new this new trade deal and the removal of what we had, NAFTA?
I think this is one of those where it's a little bit more bluster than substance on it. It'll end up working itself out. There are too many good things happening right now, and there's too much money that's ready to be spent for things like that to hold it back.
One more thing I'll throw at you quickly before we let you go. I know people that do not buy American cars because they feel that American cars are inferior. And but there does seem to be a real change in that trend. Are you guys seeing the whole Made in America thing? Are you seeing a change there for the better?
Sure. Yeah, you're seeing a lot of reshoring come back. So where the Japanese cars, the late 80s, they were using a lot of different techniques as far as manufacturing went. A lot of that moved into the American factories as well now for a long time.
Yeah.
So I think the quality differences are not really a concern anymore. That's more of a branding and a perception thing, and people are moving back towards American vehicles.
And how big is the world, and how will this affect us? Because in the day, if you had a foreign car, the way that we, the American industry, auto industry, combated the foreign vehicles, well, you can't get parts. It's hard to get parts. You can't. Is that a problem anymore? I mean, do we still have a difficulty getting parts on foreign vehicles?
No, parts aren't really the challenge on it. This is just going to be more to your point of reliability, longevity, and that type of thing. And everything is coming closer and closer together. So it's really just consumer sentiment at this point.
All right. Well, very interesting. And, Sean, we appreciate it. Today is, it's one of those celebrity days or one of those celebration days, National Manufacturing Day. So thanks for taking the time, Sean. We appreciate it.
Happy Manufacturing Day, guys. Thanks for having me.
All right. I've never said that before. Happy Manufacturing Day. Quick break.